Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by GTN, featuring interviews and events happening around town. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City on iTunes, Pandora, Google Play, or SoundCloud so you can keep up with what's going on in Greensboro City government and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney Dawson, and with me today, the beautiful Rosemary.
Thank you. Yes, don't stop. All right, Rodney, picture for a minute. Imagine a 5-year-old Rosemary, braided pigtails, riding a tricycle around a miniature city with stoplights and crosswalks.
Having fun.
Yes, it is. Yes, I was am a proud graduate of Safety Town, Greensboro. If you can believe it, this program is still around. I'm not going to tell you how many years ago I did it or what year I did it, but you can probably guess yourself, but it was a long time ago. The program is still around. It's actually better than ever. There are actually 2 locations. There's some changes coming up this year. We're going to hear all about it this morning because with us today, Greensboro Police Corporal Eka Isang Edegi and Corporal Andre Cummings. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Hello, so glad to have y'all.
Glad to have you here.
All right, so first, for those who don't understand, what is Safety Town?
So Safety Town is an educational program that we do in the summer for children 5 and 6 years old. The school resource officers, we facilitate the camp, and we have volunteers from middle schools and high schools that help run the camp. Real good time for the youth.
Yeah. What kinds of things are they learning?
They learn about fire safety. So one day the fire department will come out and bring the fire truck, and the kids get to get on there. They get to shoot water at cones and do all of the things. Another day we'll have EMS come out and they can get on the EMS truck. We're starting a new initiative with Volvo this year called Stop, Look, and Wave. And they're going to bring an 18-wheeler and a driver. And then you'll teach them about the blind spots that trucks have and how to stay out of the way and not get hit by a truck. Animal control comes out and they bring their dog and they talk about animal safety. And we also have alcohol and drug substance abuse program. They come out and they talk about various drugs and smoking and things like that. So it's just a wealth of learning that we have at Safety Town, and the kids absolutely love it.
And it's not just standing up there, somebody talking to them the whole time. I mean, they're doing things. So that's the cool part.
Yes.
What do the kids seem to enjoy the most out of all the activities? What do they gravitate towards?
The pedal cars.
The pedal cars.
Yeah, remember tricycle, with my braids?
You really get a sense of how their parents drive.
Okay.
But it's a good way to teach them to obey traffic laws. It helps them understand the pedestrian safety, watching for people crossing the street, because we have those segments as well where we will act as pedestrians while they're driving, so you have to stop. What do you do at a railroad crossing?
What's the age limit?
It's 5 and 6 years old.
Because I need to send my 16-year-old daughter.
Well, you can send her as a volunteer.
Yeah.
And she can get the same information.
And they'll learn a lot, too.
Well, speaking, I'm jumping ahead. Well, I'll get to it later. I was going to ask you about volunteers. But off mic, you were telling us that your school resource officers during the school year.
Correct.
And this is what you do during the summer. So you get to interact and you get to educate kids and be a part of educating, I would say, during the school year. So how does that translate? We talked about how it translates into Safety Town, but what was the bridge? How did you get started with this? Who gave the idea? Let's continue this during the summer.
I think the Safety Town program was always a part of the school resource officer's responsibility.
Okay.
I joined the SROs in 2013, so I had several summers of doing Safety Town. It is very, very rewarding, and you get a chance to the kids get to see you in a different light in the summer as opposed to in the school year.
Right.
So you get a chance to build those bridges. It's a good way for the high school students to get service learning hours as well. So that's a benefit of volunteering in the program.
So building relationships.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I joined when I was a patrol officer. I left patrol in 2015 and moved over to the SRO program as an SRO. And then just like both of us, we left, we got promoted, and now we're back as the supervisors, 2 of the supervisors for the SRO program.
All right.
So we help run Safety Town exclusively. It's our job.
Just you two?
Yes.
Okay.
With help during the summer. It's not. They're not by themselves.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Lots of little children running around, and
absolutely.
they got
We're gonna see
volunteers
if we can get them some help.
and other school resource officers, of course, will be there. So let's talk about this year in particular, because some things are changing, which you're hoping that's going to really make it easier for some parents. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So we are switching. Safety Town traditionally has been 2-week sessions.
Mhm.
So this year we did feedback with parents, did some surveys, and some of the feedback was they weren't able to commit to 2 weeks
Mhm.
for a 2-hour camp for their children. So we changed it to a 1-week session. It'll be 5 days, and we have 2 separate locations. So Lewis Rec will be the traditional. We run 2 separate camps a day. So there will be one camp run from 9 to 11. A second camp will run from 1 to 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at Lewis Rec location. At Barber Park, we are doing an evening session this time. So it'll be 5:30 at night to 7:30 at night. And that's for the parents that say they're not able to send their child to camp in the daytime because they have to work. So they're able, hopefully they get off at 5, they can get their kid to camp at 5:30. And then also for the parents that feel like it's too hot in the daytime, because it is hot in the summer, you have an evening session that you can send your kids to, and it'll be a little bit cooler.
What we'll do is for the YouTube viewers, we'll put the addresses of the Barber Park and Lewis Rec Center.
Okay.
And the times as well, so you can see it.
Okay.
It's a really good thing. Okay, so let's talk about registering, because that's all important. I remember when my children were little, we tried to get in there and register as soon as we could because spaces fill up.
Yes.
Yeah. So registration will be done online. You go to the safetytowngreensboro.com. February 1st, it will open for the ambassadors. And those are participants that have been in the program before. You pay an extra fee and you get to decide what camps you want to go to. If you decide you sign up for the first week and then you want to go move to the second week because your buddies are going,
Right.
you have that ability as an ambassador. For the general public, it will open February the 15th.
Okay. And what is the cost?
I think it is $40.
$40 for general and $100 for ambassadors. And Safety Town is run solely on donations. So we really appreciate the ambassadors because that extra money goes towards scholarships for children who cannot afford it. It goes towards some of the equipment that we use for the kids, and we get them T-shirts and a lot of goodies and things like that. So, we really depend on the donations to help make the camp successful.
That was safetytowngreensboro.com.
Yes, sir.
So is that where they can go to donate?
Yes.
All right. And, we joked about it earlier, but my daughter is looking for service hours, and I'm sure there are some other high school age students or young adults that are looking to get service hours. How do you go about volunteering?
So we take mature 13 to 18-year-old children, and they come in and volunteer, and then they get service learning hours for the camps.
And the sign up is on the same website.
Okay.
Town Greensboro. I believe it opens
February 15th.
February
For
15th?
volunteers. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And what do you need the volunteers to commit to? Can they just do 1 week? Do you need them to do several weeks? How does that? What's best?
Whatever works for their schedule.
Okay. Great.
But if they pick a week, you commit to the whole
You
week.
commit to the
Right.
whole week.
Yeah. Super. What is your favorite part about Safety Town? Both of you.
For me, it's seeing the kids they have such a great time, like shooting the hose on the fire truck or the pedal cars riding around. And I mean, they're just smiling and pedaling those cars and zipping in and out of traffic like they see their parents do. And it's really cute. I love it.
For me, it's when you go into elementary, like I spend a lot of time in elementary schools. And when you go into a certain school and you see the kids that have been there
Right.
and they remember you
Uh-huh.
and they call you out and they, hey, I can't wait to come back again.
Right.
Or my sister went, it's my time to go. That's what I get the most fulfillment out of.
Very rewarding. I was going to ask how that felt. So you beat me to the punch.
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you're doing. Thanks for also making it more accessible for families this year with the later times. The flexibility, I think, is going to make a huge difference. And if you want to know more about it, if you want to register your child, if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate or get involved in some way, safetytowngreensboro.com is the website to visit.
Corporal Isan Edegi,
Yes, sir.
Corporal Cummings,
Yes, sir.
thank you for joining us on Talk City.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
We appreciate
like
you.
how I got your name right. Though.
Yeah, you did. I'm impressed. I love it.
And thank you for joining us and reminding our listeners, go to safetytowngreensboro.com to donate and volunteer. And it's a wonderful program. We thank you for keeping it up and ongoing. We know it's a lot of work. And our listeners for tuning in today and learning about Safety Town. And you can stay tuned in weekly by subscribing to Talk City Greensboro on iTunes, Pandora, and Google Play. And don't forget, you can download Talk City from SoundCloud.
That is our time for this week. Thank you for spending some of yours with us. Hey, don't forget about watching GTN. That is your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro.
GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13, AT&T UVerse Channel 99.
And Loomis 31. GTN also streams live on Roku and the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov.